Howdy folks, welcome back to another video. Before we get things started, I just want to say this video is going to be very much my opinion. And I know the title says the greatest games of all times, but we're going more or less over my greatest games of all time because one, I don't negotiate with terrorists, and two, these games are always on my mind and just scratch the undiagnosed autistic nerve in the back of my head. Now that we've got that out the way, let's get things on the road.
This is gonna be weirder than usual. This happened. You can't let this happen. We live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen.
Control is a very special game in my heart. This game is truly amazing, and I wish more people would talk about it. I don't know what crack people smoked when this game came out and was like, yeah, we're not going to play this one, but man, they are missing out. For those who don't know, Control came out in 2019 from a studio named Remedy Entertainment. Now, Remedy, they're no joke. They have some actual bangers under their belt. They have the first two Max Payne games, and most popular, Alan Wake. They also have Quantum Break, but I never played that one, and I heard it was kind of shitty. So we're just going to act like it doesn't exist. I forgot to say this in the beginning, but more or less with this type of video, I'm going to put you guys on to the games instead of like breaking them down. So I'm not going to be too heavy into the story and like spoil it for you guys because I want you guys to play these games. But I will give you a quick little summary of the plot. Pretty much you play as a girl named Jessie Faden who's on the search for a long lost brother, and in her search she comes in contact with the FBC, a branch of the government that specializes in supernatural aspects of the world. So pretty much the SCP Foundation. And Control, this game shines in multiple aspects. This game is really good in so many fronts, from the way it looks, plays, the lore behind it. Everything is just so good, and we're gonna start talking about it. One of my favorite aspects is that the game is very vague and cryptic, but it tells you exactly what's going on through its visuals and what you find around the map. This game is very lore heavy, but not cutscene heavy. It's more like the collectibles you find and read, which is really cool in my book. And if you're a lore buff like me, this shit will get you every time. Because you find one, you read it, you gotta find the next one, you gotta find the next one, you gotta find the next one. And before you know it, you're checking every nook and cranny. It's fucking cool. And speaking of every nook and cranny, this game's map is huge. I want to say it's an open world, but it's not at the same time because it takes place in the FBC HQ, but the building's ever expanding. Like the building just keeps going on and going on. And it's really unique. The map feels alive. The whole building itself feels like a character in its own. And another aspect this game really shines at, this game is the perfect balance between horrors beyond human comprehension, psychological horror, cosmic fucked up shit, and at the same time embracing how wacky it all can be. For example, the evil anchor, everyone.
What is that?
Say that again. I couldn't hear you over the sound of me shitting myself.
The game isn't afraid for things to get a little wacky. Like, yeah, we're dealing with a cosmic force that can kill everyone we ever loved and knew in a second, but in your free time, go cleanse the evil traffic light. Like, come on, guys. We have a job to do here. And then there's another thing. See, we're in the same shoes as Jesse, where we just walked into this shit, but we get to interact with people who deal with this shit on a daily basis. And I don't know if I'm insane or they're insane, but they're handling it a lot more calmer than I'm fucking handling it.
What's the deal with BlackRock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on BlackRock. You know, ever since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Look, making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Ah, yes. The beef between day shift and night shift is our biggest problem. There's a fridge out there killing people! Alright, now, I think it's time we shed some light on the gameplay, because the gameplay is really fun and fluent as fuck. And the charm with Control is that you have powers, and with these powers you have basic telekinesis, you can pull and throw things, you can build a shield around you with rocks, you have a force push, hell, you can fucking fly and take control of people. The gameplay is really fun, and it leaves a lot for you to experiment with. And see, most games, if they had overpowered powers like this, they have you use like 2 at a time, maybe 1 and swap it out. But no, Control, you're in control. Now let's slide over to the weaponry. Now the weaponry, you have 1 pistol, but this 1 pistol is pretty much all you need because it can turn into whatever you need it to be. When I have a normal pistol that shoots, cool. You want a 2-shot 1-tapper, cool. You want to swap it over to a Uzi that fires fucking 10,000 rounds or a shotgun, this pistol is all you need in one. It just depends how you want to do it, and like I said, it gives you more to experiment with and like how you want to play. And of course you have your upgrades. You can sink all your points into, I don't know, basic shield. You can have a max shield and nothing else. Same with the pistol upgrades. You can upgrade the pistol, have 1 just be overpowered, the rest be left. It's really just up to you and how you want to do it. And that's all I have to say about Control. Let's move on to the next topic. Wait, I feel like I'm forgetting something, but what?
Do I know you? I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom.
Nothing to worry about.
Poet.
I found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing.
You found a way!
No. My name is Alan Wake.
Oh, did I forget to mention that Control and Alan Wake are in the same fucking universe? It's really cool. And if you want a entree of good ass games to play Alan Wake Control and Alan Wake 2. Jesse's also in Alan Wake 2 as well. She's in the DLC. So this is not the last time we'll see of her, and I can't fucking wait to Control 2. Control is a good ass game. Go play it.
I'm not gonna cry. Will you shut up? Will you stop it? Look at you. You're nobody.
Why don't you
Nobody's
cry on my
crying, all
shoulder?
right? Stop saying
Cry on
cry.
my shoulder. I know you
You
wanna.
say cry again. Devil may cry. Fuck.
Get up, get up, get up. Got something to wear that's good for digging?
I don't know where to start with DMC5. This game is just fucking good. From its soundtrack, the way it looks, plays, feels, everything in this game is a 10 out of 10, genuinely. And I fucking hate that Capcom snubbed this game just because it didn't outsell fucking Monster Hunter or Resident Evil. Devil May Cry has always been Capcom's underdog. It's popular, but it never had that cultural phenomenon like Resident Evil getting those live action treatments and shit. The best Devil May Cry's ever got is manga and an anime. We don't talk about Netflix Devil May Cry. Fuck! But beyond all that, I think it's time we get to the nitty gritty of this game and why it shines in my eyes. We're going to go from the soundtrack to the gameplay and loosely touch on the story. But before we get to any of all that, I have one thing to say. I would fuck the shit out of Nico from this game.
If you even fathom the thought of fucking a virtual character, something is mentally wrong with you.
She makes me so horny that even a devil may cry. Hey-o! We're going to start off with the soundtracks because this game is filled with bangers left and right. Every video I've made on YouTube so far has always had a Devil May Cry 5 OST in it, and I just simply like it. The game just sounds good and it has some kick-ass songs with it. Usually I have a little segment showing how the song sounds and shit, but the entire OST to this video has been DMC5 songs, from the Control part to this part, and even the next part might have one. But hey, fucking kick-ass, right? And the cool thing about DMC5, see, the charm of DMC is your style meter. Every time you do a combo, you get a certain rank and you try and get the max, the SSS. But in DMC5, the more your combos go higher, the more the soundtrack goes with it. Say you go from a D rank, all you just hear is an instrumental. You go up to a C, you start hearing some hi-hats. By the time you get to the SSS, you're hearing the fucking full orchestra of the song, and it is fucking sick. I haven't even played everyone's fan favorite yet, but now is as good a time as any.
Where's your motivation?
To loosely cover the story of DMC5, pretty much a demon of the name of Urizen is trying to open up a portal between hell and the normal world to bring the world into chaos, pretty much. And our DMC crew has to save the world again. It's a simple starting setup, and I'm going to be honest with you, DMC5 story isn't the greatest story ever made. It's not bad, it's good, just not the story of all time. But what makes this game so impactful is the fact DMC5 just isn't about saving humanity. It's a story about family.
Hey, Virgil. Do you know, Candace, your mother is a whore?
This game is also very special because this serves as the farewell to the DMC franchise. This is the last DMC game we've ever gotten, probably will ever get. Because one, the creator left Capcom. He's tired of them shelving his work. And two, this game was wrapped up in such a neat bow. It doesn't need a sequel. I would love a DMC 6, but like, we don't really need one. Enough with the sad realization that my favorite franchise is dead. We're going to talk about the gameplay and characters now. And these characters are very interesting. In the main DMC5 story, you have 3 playable characters, V, Dante, and Nero. All 3 characters have very, very different gameplay styles and keep the gameplay fresh. And we do have a 4th character, Virgil, but he's DLC. We don't count him at the moment. And every character is very unique and has their own tricks and sticks. So I'm going to go over them loosely just to, go over what we got here. For our first round pick, we have V. Now, V is more of a laid-back type of character. He's more reminiscent of this is going to be a weird example, but the puppet characters from Storm 4 or any Storm game, pretty much you control the people that are attacking for you while you gotta evade on your own. It's very weird. I don't prefer it, but it's not bad. He also has a giant fucking monster you can summon, which is pretty cool. And his kit just revolves around upgrading his summons. It's fine, just not my favorite. Then we have Dante, the man myth himself, the goddamn hack and slash protagonist. Pretty much Dante, he has an abundance of weapons, guns, swords, whatever, but his main stick is that his abilities, like Trickster, Gunslinger, Royal Guard, just more stuff along that. And I feel like everyone knows about Dante, so I can't really say much, because if you play one DMC game, you know his style. Now we have Nero, and Nero, he's more akin to Dante, but instead of having the abundance of guns and weapons and movesets, he more or less just has more movesets, but one gun and one sword, which is cool, and his kit is pretty unique as well. For starters, his sword. His sword has pretty much 2 movesets, his basic, triangle, 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 and then his L2 with it. His L2 revs his sword's engine. His sword has a fucking motorcycle engine in it, and it sets the sword on fire. And to spice up his gameplay even more, Nero has Devil Breakers. Now these things have their own abilities of their own. They can reel enemies in, set them on fire, blow them up, whatever. They just spice up and add more to the combo meter. And now the funnest part about Nero, his Devil Trigger. This thing is overpowered and clears fucking house fast. And you can combo with the L2 with it. You can use the Devil Breakers with it. It's just a all-around kick-ass ability. And there's probably not much more I can say about DMC5 without going over the entire game. So yeah, this is the end part of the video. This game is fucking amazing. It plays well, good ass soundtrack, looks amazing. All around just a good ass game, and I genuinely think it's one of the greatest ever made. Let's go to our next game. I'm getting crazy deja vu right now.
What is this? Virgil.
Before we go, I gotta talk about the man, the myth, the alpha, and the omega, Virgil. This nigga is probably one of the coolest niggas in fiction, and he actually might be autistic.
If I beat Nero, then by default, I beat you. Agreed, Dante?
Whatever. I don't really care.
Virgil is no slouch in DMC5. He's actually one of the best characters in the game, and he is fucking busted. There's countless videos showing off his combos, even saying he's broken. This guy is the definition of pay to win. He's a fucking DLC. Like, bro, this nigga is insane. And a soft spoiler, but Virgil is the final boss of DMC5, and he's no fucking slouch either. This might be a skill issue, because I'm not the best with fucking Dante and DMC5, but this nigga whoops my fucking ass every time I play him, and it's not even funny, dog. I think the highest score I've gotten fighting Virgil as Nero was a B. Dante, that nigga hasn't even seen the C. I get straight D ranks fighting this nigga. He is busted. DMC5 is genuinely one of the best games ever made. Everybody in this game is fun to fucking play. It looks amazing, amazing soundtrack, just all around, just a good ass game. I recommend people to play it. Play the rest of the series. Don't just play DMC5, fuckheads. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about DMC5. Amazing game. Play it. It's fucking sick.
Anyone who can hear me, please listen. My name is Kyle Crane, and I'm sending this message from inside the Huron quarantine. Colonel Tanner and the Ministry of Defense have lied to you. There are still survivors inside the walls. They plan to firebomb Huron, but if those bombs drop, you will know Tanner and the Ministry are cold-blooded murderers. Stay away! Stay away!
Dying Light is my favorite game of all time. This game is just amazing from all standpoints. And it's shocking. This game is 10 years old. This game ages like fine wine. It still plays phenomenally. It looks great. Just all around a good ass game. Before we get into even anything, I'm gonna give you guys some behind the scenes lore. This video was originally supposed to be a top 5 best games of all time, but Dying Light single-handedly changed the entire flow of this video. To simply say, Dying Light was gonna win by miles. The shit was rigged from a mile away.
Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
And I couldn't stomach the idea of talking about 3 more games after Control just to get to Dying Light. So I said, fuck it, chop the video in half, put DMC in the middle, and now we're here. Now that we got that all out the way, it's time to talk about this amazing game. Dying Light is a zombie open world parkour game, and it's just fucking peak. From its sound design, the way it looks, everything is just top fucking tier. Just like DMC, we're gonna start with the sound design / OST. Now Dying Light has some good OSTs, but they aren't the main focal point. The thing about Dying Light, it's more about its ambience, how the way things sound. For example, when you're playing Dying Light, the most you'll hear is nothing, and that is bone chilling. And the most you'll probably ever hear outside of combat is the screams of the damned somewhere in the city. Dying Light is a very depressing game, and with sound design like this, you just really feel like everything is just gone and there's nothing left. And the feeling of hopelessness really kicks in more at night in this game, because you can see the outside world flourishing while you're trapped in this hellhole, and the silence is the loudest at night. Even the sound design to the weapons are really good. Everything just sounds so satisfying, crisp, and it has a lot of weight behind it. It just sounds really good. I can go on and on about the sound design in this game. Everything just sounds so sexy, but I think it's time we talk about the gameplay, enemies, visuals, whatever. Dying Light's first foot forward is its parkour. The parkour in this game is amazing. It actually feels like you're jumping across buildings. You have some weight to you. Not floaty like some other game, but Dying Light 1's parkour system is just perfect down to the T. And the map of Dying Light really complements it, because you have a lot of stuff to do, a lot of buildings to go in and out of, jump over, and then you have the challenges and bounties, side quests. There's a lot of stuff to do to really get that parkour usage. And it has 2 maps, the slums and Old Town, are really good. And I can't forget to mention the amount of detail within the cities, the environment of the game. Everything just looks really, really good. Now let's talk about the enemies you encounter while parkouring. You have your basic George Romero zombies. They're slow and only dangerous in packs. And then my favorite, the freshly turned zombies. These guys still have their human mannerisms kinda, so they scream, run, and actually are a nuisance because they can keep up with you. And a very creepy thing about these guys, if you hit them a few times, they might scream for help. This game has so many different variations of zombies, spitters, bloaters, hell, even big guys. And kids, remember, if you're fighting someone that's bigger than you, it's okay to shoot a nigga. One thing I failed to mention in this game so far is that nighttime is the super extra hard fucking mode of this game, because at night, the special type of zombies called volatiles come out, and these guys are fucking ruthless. They 2-tap you, hell, 1-tap you on fucking hard or above, and they just won't leave you the fuck alone if they see you at night. You have to push them away with UV lights, and that does fuck all sometimes. So you're best just running to the nearest safe house or not going out at night. But you're no pussy, so you'll go out at night, right? Right! I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone with Dying Light's crafting and weapons, because mostly Dying Light's weapons are weapons you craft, and in that same cloth you craft your med kits, molotovs, anything to help you out, which is all really cool. Hell, you can even craft guns, but at the same time, a gun is a double-edged sword, tracks more zombies, so you'll mostly be using the melee weapons. And then you have your upgrades. You can increase your dropkick damage, burn less stamina when you run, do some cool moves, whatever you want, it's in there. Dying Light is a game filled with so much love and detail that most studios today wouldn't even attempt to do 20% of this. And it's kind of sad that games around this era all peaked in 2015. Not to say there isn't good games past that point. Hell, Control and DMC5 are on this list and they're made in 2019. But it's like at a certain point, why are modern games not as fluent as Dying Light, a 10-year-old game? I've raved about the game for far too long, so let's talk about the actual game, the story mode, and etc. You play as Kyle Crane, a GER agent sent to the city of Haran to obtain information about a cure and see how the virus really works. But throughout the game, you see what the people of Haran are going through, and you start to weigh heavy on, do you actually want to help people or stick to what the GER wants you to do? And another aspect of this game that I really like is that not everyone is the badass movie hero, zombie killer. Most people are just trying to survive, and a good example is Brecken. Brecken is just some guy that took over when everything went to shit.
Lena had to step up. Maybe she should be in charge. What the fuck, Crane? I'm no leader. I'm a goddamn parkour instructor.
Only people that really know what they're doing outside is Jade and Crane. Jade's an ex-MMA fighter, and Crane is a goddamn special agent. But everyone else is an average Joe or just some kid trapped in this hellhole. For Christ's sake, the fucking tower has one doctor. One! Quick little side tangent. I have something to say to Jade.
We would make beautiful children.
While looking at cutscenes for this game, I saw a comment of a nigga saying, I wish Jade was real. Amen to that, brother. But yeah, that's probably much I can say about Dying Light without talking about the full game. This game is truly one of the best ever made. The best ever made. Not some fucking preachy allegory how the zombies aren't the problem, we are. Shit.
No, fuck you, you hit.
Dying Light is genuinely one of my favorite games of all time, and I think this game is an actual masterpiece, and I recommend everyone who watches this video who hasn't played it, go play it. Genuinely a 10 out of 10 game, 11 out of 10 of a fucking game. This game is fucking peak, you will love it. But before we go, we have to loosely touch on the DLC to Dying Light, the expansion, the following. Now the following does everything expansion is supposed to do. Bigger map, more zombies, more weapons, the extreme radical. And you're thinking, oh, bigger map, that means there's more parkour. No, the following is more of an open space. There's more zombies, but more or less it's just a big ass field because you're in the countryside. And you're probably thinking like, alright, you drew it in my head the parkour is peak, so why can't I parkour in the DLC? You can, just more spacious. And I'm glad you asked, and how the fuck you get around the big ass map if it's an open field? They give you a dune buggy. And yes, this bad boy is customizable. You can put a Hellcat engine and an SRT sticker on there. Have fun. And I can't forget about the OST to the following, because this shit is just as good as the main theme of Dying Light. I saved the best game for last and truly think Dying Light is one of the greatest games ever made. And I think it's time to wrap up this long ass video. Let's get to it. Howdy people. First thing I want to say is I thank you all for watching the video. I enjoy talking about some games that are always in the back of my mind. And I hope you agreed that some of these games are worthy of being considered the greatest of all time. And if you don't, fucking let me know what games you do agree on, and I'll see if I agree or whatever. My name's IZANAGI, and it's been real. Peace. Also check out my music, please, and thank you.
小さな炎でいいそれが勇気で目もくらむ